Welcome to DNA's Birding Adventures. We're in Merida, Mexico and the Yucatan to do birding for 11 days. This is the first video featuring birding from the rooftop of the VRBO we're staying at, Progreso, Mexico, a bunch of live birds and some new birds for 2026. There have been 550 different species spotted in the Yucatan, but normally you'll see 450, which is, depending on the season, an incredible number in this deciduous dry forest. There are 14 different endemic birds, 3 of which are on Cozumel Island and 11 in the Yucatan Peninsula. We're out to find some. This is the trek we'll take. This video will start in Merida, and then we'll go out to Progreso, Chichen Itza, one of the cenotes, and then we'll go with a birding guide to some of the birding hotspots in and around Merida. And here we go. Merida sits in the northern section of the Yucatan with over 1.2 million people in this beautiful city. The culture, history, sights, people, and hospitality was incredible. Here's kind of a preview of our following videos after this one: Chichen Itza, a cenote. We'll go to Izamal and the monk convent in the yellow city of Izamal. The Vox's swifts were flying all around.
This place is beautiful.
Then I'll spend the morning in Acaparque in the middle of Merida with 4 different birds for 2026 and a couple live birds, including this snail kite hunting. Then the final video is with an excellent birding guide, Luis Trincon, and he helped us find 11 new different live birds in some of the unique birding hotspots in and around Merida and Progreso. I'll add Yucatan birding tours in the description, as well as this phenomenal VRBO with a rooftop terrace so you could view birds. It's north of the central part of Merida, but close to this monument and many restaurants. This was such a great location for finding new birds. I was up here at 5 a.m. every morning, listening and trying to figure out what some of these live birds were with my morning cup of coffee. You could actually see one of the churches from El Centro from the property here. My son and I made it a great wagon wheel spot from here to see all sorts of sights. And our first spot for dinner, Nye Connection Atlantica, which was delicious in this beautiful old house, which is now Delfina Boutique Resort and Restaurant. Delicious, which is right around the corner from the VRBO, as well as this Monumento a la Patria. Patria means homeland, built by this Romulo Rosso Peña from Colombia, and he fell in love with the Mayan culture and symbolism. There are 300 different carved figures with a grand timeline of Mexican history, ancient Maya symbolism, and modern Mexican identity, and lots of graffiti on the wall. Some of the carvings included some of the various sacred animals representing Maya, which is like the jaguars, serpents, rattlesnakes, as well as the 12 Maya deities representing art, trades, division of labor, architecture, and others. The architect Rosso loved the Yucatan and wanted it to be his home. Ironically, just a few hours after he passed away, he was delivered his naturalization certificate for Mexico. Poor guy. This monument is right along the Paseo de Montejo with lots of wonderful restaurants, bakery shops, and coffee shops, including this one. This pan Montejo was yummy. I had a tray full. My eyes were way bigger than my stomach, and I got breakfast for like 4 days. As well as this coffee shop right next door, Dos Moss. And this is the iconic boulevard in Merida, the Paseo de Montejo. And right along here are bikes that you can rent, and they close down the street up until 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoons. It's just a beautiful walkway with homes showcasing the wealth of Yucatan's agave fiber boom back in the late 1900s. Here are just a few of these beautiful mansions aligning the street. The majority of the birds were the great-tailed grackles. There were a lot of ruddy ground doves and common ground doves, as well as a few cinnamon hummingbirds calling, but I never saw one until later in the trip. This is a plaque dedicated to the artist, sculptor Romulo Rosso Peña, born 1899, died 1964. And of course, a Walmart, but at least it was made out of limestone walls. It was a great afternoon and sunset with a huge storm. What a great first day doing some sightseeing, eating some delicious food, and some live music and delicious snack over at Distrito 67, right across the street from our VRBO. And finally, some birding on the terrace. The next morning and several mornings after, we found so many different birds, starting with the Vox's swifts. We first saw these up in the Pacific Northwest last year, and sure enough, the migratory path brings them right down into Mexico. 2026, bird number 265, and here's 266. We thought we saw the tropical mockingbird when we were in Turks and Caicos, but that was the northern mockingbird. And here's the tropical. Here's Merlin's distribution range. They're mostly in southern Mexico and South America.
Your feathers are all out of whack. There he is.
There are quite a few fledglings of different species of birds, including these two mockingbirds here.
Oh, it is a baby. So tropical mockingbirds. Okay, so that's the white-winged dove.
They're not supposed to be in Colorado, but we've had one here for 3 years at Cattail Pond. Okay, I still need the white-tipped dove, and I actually get that in one of the later videos.
There's a white-winged dove again. is a social flycatcher. I thought it was a great kiskadee. Look at that! It's a lot smaller than the kiskadee. Never seen that before. Oh, he's after those, whatever they are, grapes.
New for 2026 and bird number 267 and a lifer. Turns out they're quite common in this area. We saw them even in the central plaza of Merida.
It's the social flycatcher.
I first thought this was the Yucatán woodpecker, which is very similar, but this one has an orange front.
Oh, there's two.
We first saw the golden-fronted woodpecker in Roatan this year. And we first got this bird in southern Texas, but you can see they're also in Yucatan.
Oh, that's the hooded oriole. It's Altamira oriole.
Yay, bird number 268 for 2026. There are so many other species of orioles here in the Yucatan. Is this a hooded? It's probably a female or juvenile hooded oriole.
Look at that. What's he looking at? You can see the intelligence in their faces and eyes. Yeah, it's a gray blue tanager. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow. Blue-gray tanager. Never seen one before in my life. What a beautiful bird. Birds. Wow. Just saw the foxes swift too. We saw that in the Pacific Northwest for the first time. Oh. Wow. Oh my goodness.
I saw these birds every single morning together, look like a pair, and they're pretty widespread in South America with their beautiful powder blue-gray coloring. They're found in the tops of the trees in tropical and subtropical regions, mainly eating fruit, and they like to hang out in cities and perch on phone wires.
Social flycatcher, now the blue-gray tanager, and I don't know what the oriole was. I have to look it up. I think one might be the Altamira. They have so many different birds here in the Yucatan.
This is another life bird, and bird number 269. These red lord Amazon parrots would fly by every morning and night, mostly in pairs, sometimes in groups. They were introduced 30 years ago. You can see the red on their heads.
Great kiskadee. Kiskadee, kiskadee.
We first saw these in South Texas, but you can see they're mostly in South America and here in the Yucatan. Bird number 271.
Oh. There's two of them. Oh, okay. Well, they're looking at something.
The great kiskadees look much larger than the social flycatchers, and they also look similar to the boat-billed, which I heard and saw a few times but never got a picture of. But I'll count it as 272. You can see the little yellow crown on top of this kiskadee, which makes it unique too. You can only tell the couches and the tropical kingbirds apart by sound, and here are both of them, 273 and 274.
That's the tropical kingbird. He just called. Call again. It's like a trill. That's the call. Sing. There was the tropical. That's the mockingbird.
And here's another common visitor every morning about 5:30 a.m. They have that bolder white eyebrow, a plain breast that's cinnamon colored, a white neck, and similar size to that white winged dove.
That's beautiful. It's like a 3-note call it makes. Preening himself.
They're very common in the Yucatán, Central America, and northern South America. The cinnamon-bellied saltator, new for me and for 2026. And a life bird.
Hey, there's another Ani.
We already have the groove build from Turks and Caicos earlier in this year.
Look at that bill.
Here's their call. They're in the cuckoo family. Okay, we have one more stop in Progreso, but at first, more restaurants near our VRBO. None of them disappointed, they were all delicious. There aren't very many restaurants open on Mondays, but we found this Cabana King that was delicious, and tacos and bread at this La Cocinita de la 60. Yum, and the best tamales ever at Tamales Montejo. and you could order any type you wanted. Here's the restaurant front. People were heading in and out all night long. It was a takeout, and I took 3 home. One more stop for this video, Progreso, Yucatan, right on the ocean on the north end of the island. You can see this immense pier jutting out from the town of Progreso on the north end of the Yucatan. There's a nice boardwalk. We walked along the pier, got a yummy dinner, and found 1 new bird for 2026. Empanadas with the beach.
The Neotropics.
Bird number 276. That's a wrap for the first video. 11 new birds and 4 new live birds, bringing our total to 276 bird species for 2026. So long, Progreso. Here's their lighthouse. It's back to Merida for some more birding downtown, a little bit of history, and some birding at the Aqua Parque, and much, much more. Thanks for watching our video number 1 and birding in the Yucatan with us. Until next time, happy birding trails to you.